but there is a lot that has been going on. I don't mind saying, and I'm sure Greg is right here, but Greg does not mind saying either. We both tested positive for coronavirus, and it has been hell. No other word I can use. It has really been hell. So we want to come to you guys after a long time. I know you guys are used to the funny, but we want to talk a little bit about how serious this coronavirus is, because it really is serious. Greg actually contracted the virus first, and then me. Don't know exactly how he got it. Don't know exactly if I got it from him. All I know is we both tested negative. Please, guys. I'm sorry, positive. Please, guys, please go get tested. You can be asymptomatic and not have any symptoms at all. Greg and I both had major body aches. We had headache that felt like when you cough, because we had coughing as well, when you cough it just felt like your head was going to explode. We had fever, which was an indicator to me that something was wrong. But we almost couldn't lift our heads and couldn't get out of the bed, and because it was just that bad. Please, guys, wear your mask. Be mindful of others. I know some people don't like wearing masks. I really didn't like wearing masks, although I didn't like it because it made me hot. I couldn't hardly breathe. I'm an asthmatic, but it was not for me. I knew that it was for other people. So if I can wear it to protect someone else, being an asthmatic, to protect other people, and other people wear it to protect me, we will be gravy. We will be gravy. I've been making hot tea. I even posted on my Facebook page that hot tea and lemon with some orange and everything is really good. It feels really good going down. I've been drinking it, but I've been really giving it to Greg and allowing Greg to drink it so that he can feel that hot feeling of coming down. You really don't want to drink anything cold or anything, but hot tea is really good for it. Hot anything is really good for it, actually. So I'm just gonna get the lemon out, and I'm gonna get the orange and get a little honey, because I put a little raw honey in it. Raw honey is good for it. Y'all excuse me, I'm still a little sluggish. According to the CDC, I am now in the lethargic stage. And the lethargic stage, if you don't know, is the stage where everything you do is exhausting. And that is true. However, the lethargic stage is supposed to be the final stage. That is when you're supposed to start feeling much better and doing much better. I am actually going, I was tested on the 7th, so I am actually going on the 22nd, because my 14th day would be the 21st. So I am going on the 22nd to get retested. It's good to have, and my employer brought it to my attention, 2 negatives before you go back to work. You don't want to go too soon after your 14 days and get a false negative and then still be positive, and then now you've infected everyone at work. So it's not a bad thing to get two negatives, but make sure you go not so close together so that you can not get the false positives or false negatives when you go back to work. I'm sorry, y'all, I still got Rona brain. So I'm gonna just mix up the tea. I'm doing a little lemon in the hot water, a little bit of the raw honey I'm doing, so I can mix up for Greg. Greg will tell you a little bit about it. I'm sorry, gonna sit down and let you guys know. Greg actually got out of the hospital yesterday. Greg was hospitalized. We didn't realize just how sick Greg was. And this is another thing, guys. Underlying issues. Please, guys, don't think that it's a joke. It is the truth. If you have high blood pressure, diabetes, asthma, if you're in an active cancer, or anything, any underlying issues, please, guys, go get checked. Shortness of breath is a very, very good indication that something is wrong. That is what was wrong with Greg, with the underlying issues. Greg couldn't breathe. And when he got to the hospital, they did a CT scan with contrast. We thought everything was okay. They let him go home. He came home, yet still not breathing. And he woke me up the next morning, 3:30 in the morning. He said, I can't breathe. Something's wrong. We went back to the emergency room where they admitted him with pneumonia. How it did not show in the CT scan, but they did a chest x-ray the second time, and boom, there it is. So I'm going to come around, guys, and so I can give Greg this tea, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about how serious this is, because it truly, truly is, guys. You can tell them what all you went through when you went to get checked, when you went to the urgent care. And you can...
When it first happened, I just was feeling real sluggish, and I came home from work and got into bed, but I started getting coughs real bad, and laying in the bed, I told her I didn't feel good, and I wasn't going nowhere. But she told me I needed to go get checked, so I went to urgent care, and they checked me, and a couple of days later found out that I did have the virus. So that night, things worsened because I couldn't sleep. Seems like when I was laying down and something just pushing on my chest. So I still try to get rest. But tossing and turning, I just got up and told my wife that I needed to go to the hospital. So went to the emergency room, although you know nobody can't stay there. So they took me in the back, hooked me up to an EKG, and then the young lady put some monitor they put on your finger for your oxygen level. Come to find out my oxygen level had dropped. That's why I couldn't breathe. So they kept me there for a while and monitored me. And then they told me I could go home. So I went home. No, before that, they did a CT scan, a deep lung CT scan, and then they let me go home. But then come to find out, came back home, I was all right. Then that night when I got ready to go to bed, same issues came back. Couldn't breathe, grasping for air. So I woke her up again and told her I need to go back to the hospital because the doctor said, if I can't breathe, come back. That's when they found out that I had pneumonia, because another doctor took an x-ray of my chest and found out that I had pneumonia.
And I want to say, guys, I know that the healthcare professionals are doing everything in their power. that they can do to ensure the patients are okay, and they're risking their lives every single day, and I thank them. I really do. As a matter of fact, Jessica at St. Joseph Hospital, thank you so very much for what you did for Greg and with Greg. Thank you, Jessica, and the doctors on that shift and the other nurses on that shift. What was the other nurse name? Sarah, thank you so much. You guys were great. Thank you. But ask questions, guys. You know, you need to know what they're putting in your IV and what it's for and what it's going to do. The purpose of it. Ask questions. And even when Greg wasn't sick or isn't sick and still has to, for some reason, go to the emergency room or the urgent care or whatever, he doesn't ask questions. So I was terrified to leave him there by himself because COVID patients, of course, can't have anyone back there with them. I definitely couldn't go because I tested positive myself. But I made sure he had his cell phone and his charger so that I can talk to him and I can ask him questions to ask them. So ask questions, guys. It's detrimental. This is your life. So just ask questions. So Greg, after you they found out about the pneumonia and everything, then what did they do then?
Then they start giving me antibiotics, other types of drugs, and just trying to keep my system clean. They gave me shots in my abdomen, shots in the ports, and they kept me on oxygen so I could breathe. And it was a certain level that they wanted to get up to. So they didn't tell me because they was monitoring. Then they started making me get up out the bed, walk around for so many minutes. Oh, well, I started on myself first. Then Jessica told me I need to get up and walk. And she monitored me while I was walking around. And they wanted to know if while I was walking around, would it drop or go up? But it went up.
What Greg is talking about, Jay Callers, is his oxygen level. When he got there the second time, his oxygen level was at a 5, which is really, really bad. He could not breathe at all. But thanks to Jessica and Sarah and the second crew at St. Joseph in Savannah, his oxygen level had gotten down. They brought it down to a 2, which is really good. And Jessica told me in talking to her that her goal for that day was to get him off of the oxygen completely so that he can just be on room oxygen.
Yeah, I didn't even know she took me off the oxygen. So I'm looking at TV. She's coming in periodically, checking on me. And then she said, "Mr. Lindsay, you're doing good. And your oxygen level was good." I said, "But I still have this port in my nose." She said, "Oh, I've been cutting that off a couple of hours ago." And I'm like, "Huh?" She said, "You're breathing on your own and you're doing good. So let me take that off and I'll come back and check on you later." And
what he's not saying, Jay Callers, is he still had the oxygen thing, you know, the 2 things that go in your nose. He still had it wrapped around his head. He was taking it off, wiping his face or washing his face or whatever, putting it back on. Now, how the hell you can't tell? Because you can feel the air going in your nose and stuff. Now, how the hell you can't tell you ain't got it? Jessica said she cut the shit off hours ago. How in the hell can you not feel the air and everything going up in your nose? I can feel everything going up in my damn
I was not paying attention and my nose was dried out anyway. So, but everything went good. They took care of me.
They did. So when you got back home, everything was, I mean, what was different, or what did you have to do different?
Just try to, at first, just take my breathing treatments. Try not to do too much because I just got out the hospital. But I still try to walk around some to keep expanding my lungs. And then that night when I went to sleep, I slept pretty good. So,
Did you sleep good in the hospital?
well, I slept good in the hospital, but I'm saying when I came home, the first thing I'm thinking, okay, I'm back home again. Now, will I be able to sleep tonight? Because it seems like every time I got into bed, from the first encounter, couldn't breathe. But when I went to bed that night, slept real good.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad because it sounds like you were saying you can sleep good in the hospital. You can't damn sleep good here.
Well,
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
Well, I slept good in the hospital. I slept real good.
Well, I'm glad you did because I would go have to knock your ass out. You would have slept in.
Because nobody didn't bother me. Until they came and checked me and gave me my medicine and stuff. And I went right back to sleep.
We was talking about, what the hell you talking about the hospital again for? We was talking about, you talking about ain't nobody bother you in the hospital or ain't nobody bother you here?
Well, ain't nobody bother me in there.
Oh, because I was going to say, of course they ain't bother you. Well, shit, you shouldn't have been able to sleep in the hospital. Ain't nobody bother you here. You can go in the back room, in your room.
Well, even though they bothered me in the hospital, I still slept good.
Shit, that's what they bother you at in the hospital. Miss Lindsay, we got to do this. Miss
Yeah,
Lindsay.
but it was quick.
Well, don't keep interrupting me. I ain't interrupt you near time.
You asked me, and I'm telling you, it was quick. They did what they had to do, cut the light back out, and I went to sleep.
That's why your ass wanted to stay.
I sure did.
Yeah, he wanted to stay in the damn hospital because they come in quick, cut the light out, go back to sleep. They excuse me, they took care of him. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Go ahead and finish.
You got on a mask, and I just coughed because I'm chewing my chewing gum. And swallow wrong, and then you gonna move back?
I'm just making sure.
You the damn one all sick up and shit, not me.
Quarantine. I'm just making sure it's fitting.
Whatever. Isn't there some shit now? He gonna back up like I gave something to him, or I can give something to his ass.
I'm breathing. That's the truth. Go ahead.
Whatever. Anyway, I am so glad that Greg is doing better. I am so glad that Greg was not a statistic because of his underlying issues. Guys, I will say it 1,000,000 times from a rooftop. Please, 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 guys, go get tested. Do not listen to Trump and not get tested. He said just stop taking the damn test. No, go get tested. You want to know, you could be asymptomatic, not knowing that you have it. You can give it to an older person, and I'm telling them to go get tested.
What I got to do?
Because they can be asymptomatic.
No, but what you pointing at me for?
I'm just saying you can give it to somebody with underlying issues.
No, that ain't what you said.
Yes, I did. I said you can give it to somebody with underlying issues.
No, you said older person.
Well, you're a damn older person. You ain't no spring chicken no more.
You ain't right. You ain't right.
Well, you can give it to someone with underlying issues.
That's better.
That's older. But seriously, you can give it to your grandparents or your mom and dad, and you don't want to do that if they already have underlying issues. It can really, really be detrimental for them. May not be for you. You may feel fine. But if you give it to them, it can be really, really bad for them. It can. So please, please, guys, go get tested. Find out if you're positive or not. Quarantine. Don't knowingly not quarantine and infect other people. Wear your mask, guys.
Please, please, please.
Wear your mask. The mask is not going to protect you or not made to protect you 100%. It's for the other people. It protects other people just like their mask will protect you. So please, guys, wear the mask. Wear the mask. Wear the mask. Wear the damn mask. People thought I'm sick of saying that shit to people. Wear the goddamn mask. Alright? Dog, people always talking about they infringing on my rights and they don't want to, damn all that. Just wear the damn mask. Ain't nobody got time to be going to the hospital 3:30 in the morning all the damn time and shit because somebody else didn't wear their damn mask.
Calm down.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm just saying, wear the goddamn mask. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I had went
Yeah, north.
north and came back. Okay. Well, I'm back, guys. I had fun too. Anyway, anything else you want to say, Greg, before?
No, I'm good.
No? Okay. All right, guys. Well, we're going to end it now. And once again, wear your mask. Right, Greg?
Right.
Wear your mask. That is the most important thing. I know it's uncomfortable. I know that it fogs up your glasses or whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Your glasses fogged up, you can't see, take the shits off, breathe on them, they'll come back, put them back on, go on about your business. Wear your goddamn mask. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
That's it.
Okay, yeah, and I wanted to box him in his chest I couldn't box him in his chest because he was sick. He already couldn't breathe and everything. Couldn't box him in the chest.
I'm glad you didn't box him.
Me too. Okay, guys, look, the seriousness of this virus needs to be out there. It needs to be known. So, guys, please, 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 like, share, please share. Not only for me, but share so everybody can see the seriousness and what this virus is doing, really. And those that have not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, if you don't mind. Well, until next time, if you have any questions about this COVID thing, because we're dealing with it right now, any questions about your relationship that's not going right, your marriage, or your employer that's making you damn come to work and you're not essential, ditch your therapist.
Next Janet, goddammit.